Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about planned and mixed economy in the Indian economy. Okay. So here before going to the subject we have to know about what is planned economy and what is mixed economy. Okay. So here first term is planned economy. So it means it is one type of the economic system. So where the government plays a great major role. Okay. So here the government makes some important economic decisions, especially regarding the production in the country whatever it is producing, and the distribution of the goods and services among the people. Okay, so it means the major important thing of the economy is under the hands of the government. So it means the centralized economy is the important feature of the planned economy. Okay, so according to the planning, according to the features under the planned economy, so the economy is moving. Okay, and coming to the next term, so that is the mixed economy. So here mixed economy means, in the previous class we already discussed about the socialistic economy and capitalistic economy. Okay, it means capitalistic economy means the market is very free market, because each and everyone has to involve in that market. Okay, so without any restrictions from the government. And a socialistic means the society, so each and everyone is equal before the market. Okay, so there is no private partnership, so especially all the land or industries under the government only. Okay, so mixed means both the mixing of the both the important economic systems into one form, so that is known as mixed economy. It means 50% socialistic economy and 50% capitalistic economy, so both the mixing of those important features into one form, so that is we are calling mixed economy. Okay, so next coming to the topic, so that is independent India was declared to be a planned and a mixed economy. Okay, so whenever we got independence, we declared our India is to be a planned and mixed economy. Okay, we already know about the planned and mixed economy, right? Okay, so next one is the India needed national planning. Okay, so at the national level, overall India, we need planning. Okay, so planning means each and every economic decision regarding the production and distribution of those goods and services which comes under the government only. Okay, the important decisions will be taken by the government itself, so that is known as planned economy, right? Okay, so here we needed the national planning which was decided by the political leadership. Okay, so almost a decade of the independence. So before independence, before 10 years of the independence, we decided and we needed the national planning during the British rule only. Okay, for getting the good growth and development, so we needed national planning, especially for the development in the economy point of view. Okay, so here India was not only facing the regional disparities. Disparities means inequalities or differences, especially on the basis of the regions. So we have so many inequalities. Okay, so India was facing that problem, and at the level of resources. Okay, so on the basis of the resources, for example, one particular state, they may have some resources, but those resources are not available for another area. Okay, so it means on the basis of the resources, especially regional disparities, there's so many regional disparities. Okay, but inter-regional disparities were also prevent in that time. Okay, so not only the regional disparities, but inter-regional disparities also there. Okay, so here between the regions also there are so many disparities on the basis of the resources also. Okay, so here whenever we got independence, so we were in the empty handed, right? So because our wealth was drained by the Britishers in that time, so there was no money for the developing our country. Okay, so in that time the main aim of the country is to remove the poverty. Okay, so here the mass poverty could only be remedied once the government started the process of economic planning. Okay, so here I can say that the mass removing the mass poverty is the main aim, and it is curable thing in the country, especially by using the process of economic planning. Okay. So, as of course, we have so many regional disparities, right? So, to remove those disparities, we needed the economic planning. Okay. So, here economic planning is considered as a important and a great tool to remove such disparities. Okay. So here the economical planning is very important and it plays a great and active role. So especially in the allocation of the resources and mobilize them for the equitable growth and development. Okay. So we need resources, but these resources are not equable on the basis of the regions, right? So it means there are some regional disparities in the society. So we need resources allocation equally. Okay. So whenever we are going to the planning economy, so we need some important decisions created by the government. Okay. So then we can easily get out of from the disparities, especially on the basis of the resources. Okay. So here the Indian country was constitutionally declared a federation of states. Okay. So India is a federation of states. It means a total 28 states of Indian country. Okay. So here the states are under the control of the central government. Even though the states have their own powers and it is comes under the power of the central government. Okay. So it means the federation of the states we can symbolize that it is unitary in spirit and federal in structure. Okay. So here the federation of the states, it means in the process of the planning. Okay. So the authority of the regulation and directing and undertaking economic activities so became more and more centralized in the union government. Okay. So here the economic planning is comes under the central government. Okay. So almost it was centralized and we have to follow some important economic decisions which are created and made by the central government, especially union government. Okay. Okay, so we taking decision for the planned economy. So by seeing some contemporary, it means in that time, the prevailing time, the experiences in the world. Okay, so by seeing those experiences by the other countries in the world, so India taken that important decision to create India is to be a planned economy. Okay, so coming to those experiences, whatever they seen. So here the first scene was a Great Depression of the 1929. Okay, by seeing that depression also, India taken the decision to be a planned economy. Okay, and the next one is the after Second World War. So there are so many challenges after the Second World War. It means whenever there are some wars, so we need to create money for that war. Okay, so in that time there are so many challenges. Reconstruction is very important after the world war. Okay, so here there are so many challenges after the Second World War. So it made the experts to conclude in favor of the state intervention in the economy. Okay, so here the important thing is here the state intervention. So whenever comes to the state intervention, it is absolutely the socialistic economy. Okay, so here it is related to the society. It means mostly it is opposite to the contemporary idea. So that is the non interference, especially non interference of the state. So this idea was proposed by the Adam Smith. Okay, so it is state intervention is the idea which is opposite to the Adam Smith's idea. Okay. So in that contemporary time, so there's some important countries they're following command economies. So here command economy is nothing but state economies, especially Soviet Union and East European countries. So some East European countries they are connecting to the Soviet Union. So they both are following the command economy. Okay. So here command economies means some a particular person or particular political leader who is commanding commanding about the economy. Okay, so whatever the production is producing is to be produced by the country, and how it is to be distributed, all the things and all the decisions which are created and made by the one person, especially the commanding powers were given to the person. So that is known as command economies, especially that is also known as state economies. So these were prevailing in the Soviet Union and East European countries. Okay, so why they taken that decision to get out of from the depression and the backwardness of the economy to get the economic growth? So they taken this type of the command economy. Okay, so by seeing those important experiences in the world, so some dominant view among the policy makers around the world, so almost they was in favor of the active role of the state in the economy, because after the great depression, after the second world war, and by seeing the Soviet Union command economy, by seeing those experiences of the countries in the world, those are the especially the big powers. Okay, so by seeing those experiences, the especially the policy makers, they started to thinking about the active role of the state in the economy. Okay, during 1950s and 1960s. Okay, so here the dominant role for the state in the economy, so there may be a chance to neutralize the market failure situations. Okay, so because the important economic decisions by seeing the time to time, and whatever the policy is to be created, so they have the time to conclude the important decisions by the government. Okay, so it means giving dominant and important and major role to the state, especially in the economy, so there may be chance to neutralize the market failure situations. Okay, so okay, so here the newly independent and developing nations, so here for those nations and for those countries, economic planning is the obvious choice for getting the immediate and obvious growth and development. Okay, so this is the final choice they have to take into the economy. Okay, so here economic planning was considered to help states to mobilize resources. So this is one of the important feature for the economy to get out of the depression, and especially for getting the growth and development. Okay, so once the political leadership had decided in favor of a planned economy for India, so a major role for the state in the economy. Okay, so here whenever they decided to give in favor of the planned economy, so especially they have to give a major role for the state. Okay, but there was a confusion regarding the type of the economy, that is whether it is to be state economy or a mixed economy. Okay, so because planning was not possible in the free market economy, so that is the capitalistic economy. So the idea of a planning economy, so we adopted and we inspired from the Soviet planning. Okay, but that Soviet planning was a command economy, but it didn't suit for the India. Okay, so for announcing that economic planning, planned economy, so the major important person who behind the planning economy in India was Nehru. Okay, Jawaharlal Nehru. So he thought it was important to define the role of the state in the economy. Okay, especially here the France is following the mixed economy by 1944 to 45. Okay, so by seeing that country, the planners who is going to the planning, so they went to define the respective roles of the state and the market. Okay, so they have to define the roles for the state and economy whenever comes under the mixed economy. So the first country who taken the decision to create is to be a mixed economy, so that is the France. So we have adopted that much of the mixed economy by seeing the France country. Okay, So, world experts were favor the state intervention in the economy, and East Asian miracle of the coming 3 decades was going to define the very limits of such intervention. Okay. So, the conclusions regarding the state intervention in the economy were drawn are very similar to the view presented in India. Okay, especially in the first plan itself was presented by the World Bank in 1993. So, it was really similar to the conclusions were drawn in the world according to the state's role in the economy. Okay. So, the real nature of the Indian brand of mixed economy beautifully outlined and constituted in 1951. Okay. So, actually, the evolution process about the mixed economy in India was started in 1950s only. Okay. So by end of the 1950s, the concept of mixed economy was almost buried. Okay, and it was rose from the hibernation. It means from the form of sleep. So it was get out of from the sleeplessness. So by the mid 1980s. So we see the government modifying the process of planning and functions of a planning commission. Okay. So finally in the early 1990s, in the wake of the process of economic reforms, so we decided, so here economic planning, so that is planned economy, to it redefine the scopes and roles of the government and private sector, because it is mixed economy, right? And India depend more on the planning economy, especially for the promotion of the growth and development. Okay. So by the early 2015, some major changes in planning in India. So that is government replaced the existing body. So that is the planning commission into the new body. So that is the Niti Aayog. Okay. So here the main important aim of that is to revise or to remake the better performance, especially for revising or to remaking or to overtake the especially for the better performance is the main important aim of the Niti Aayog. So that is the plan one type of the planning commission. Okay, so the planning commission was replaced by the Niti Aayog. So the main important hallmarks of the new design, so that is the Niti Aayog. So that is cooperative federalism, bottom to up approach, holistic and inclusive development. Okay, so these four important features are the hallmarks of the new design. So that is the Niti Aayog. Okay, hallmark means guidelines or important features or important or essential features for the new body. So that is the Niti Aayog. Okay.